HeinOnline features the complete Congressional Record bound version as well as the daily version back to 1980. HeinOnline also includes the three predecessor titles: the Annals of Congress, 1789 to 1824, the Register of Debates, 1824 to 1837, and the Congressional Globe, 1833 to 1873. HeinOnline also contains other important congressional materials, including full-text access to more than 50,000 hearings from the 50th Congress to the 114th. Note that more hearings are being added all the time, so this number may go up by the time you watch this video. These materials are especially useful if you're researching the history of a piece of legislation for a scholarly work or even trying to determine the proper interpretation of a statute governing your client's case. So, where do we start? In this lesson, we'll introduce you to the U.S. Congressional Documents homepage. From the Welcome page, we'll select the All Collections tab and then open up the collection of U.S. Congressional Documents. This will take us to the landing page, also known as the Collection homepage. From here, we can select a Browse option to view the titles associated with that grouping. Notice that it defaults to the titles associated with the Congressional Record. You can pick from the Congressional Record, the Congressional Budget Office, Rules and Precedent, Congressional Hearings, CRS Reports, Committee Prints, other works related to Congress, and finally, additional resources. Let's try an example. Say you've read about a particularly heated debate that took place on the floor of the House of Representatives on February 15, 1798. We see that this date falls within the date range covered by the Annals of the Congress of the United States, so let's check it out. We can use the Table of Contents pane on the left side of the screen to find the records for the House of Representatives for that session. These records are organized chronologically, and this session began on November 13, 1979. We can scroll through until we find the date we're looking for. In this case, the record we're trying to find begins on page 1033. It seems that a few weeks prior to the incident, Vermont Representative Matthew Lyon had spit tobacco juice on Connecticut Representative Roger Griswold. Griswold was still angry that the House hadn't expelled Lyon for this indecency, and it came to a head on February 15th. Griswold began beating Lyon with a walking stick right in the middle of the House floor. Lyon managed to get a pair of fireplace tongs to fight back. Apparently, this went on for some time before the shock wore off and the other congressmen separated the two of them. Turns out, animosity in American politics is nothing new. Now we know how to access the HeinOnline's collection of congressional materials and how to browse through the titles it contains. There's more to come in the next lesson.